Interview now, yeah. No, but just remind me what Labour and the Lib Dems saying. Right, great, okay, cool, I've got to go, yeah. Right, hi, merry men, welcome back to Sherwood Forest. We're all just analysing all the developments over the weekend. There's been lots of movement. We've had David Cameron propose a unilateral tax on the banks in the UK. We've had Alistair Darling saying that a global tax on the banks would work and that money should go for tackling poverty across the world. So let's just recap everything that we know that's on the table right now. So on Saturday, David Cameron said that the Conservatives would support a unilateral tax on the banks in the UK. So this is great, so this is fantastic. So now we've got the message loud and clear, thanks to all your efforts too, that the UK can go it alone and take action against the city. But the emphasis the Tories have placed has been on an insurance scheme. So what they're saying is, actually, let's put this money from a bank tax into an insurance fund so that we can use it if the banks ever go crazy again and we have to bail them out. Now, what Labour is saying is that actually a tax on the banks has got to be global. And that's great, because we want global buy-in, which is absolutely fantastic. And the emphasis that Labour have said is that we could use this money not for an insurance scheme, but actually for raising money to tackle poverty at home and abroad, although the Tories have said something like that as well. And the Liberal Democrats, we know, are supportive of these issues of a tax against the banks in the UK and of a financial transaction tax as well. So lots of different things on the table, lots of movement, and it's all because of the actions that you guys have been taking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in a situation now where we've basically got a beauty contest between all of the parties in the UK on this issue. But it's still looking, the policies are still looking pretty ugly. So what we've got, the cost of the crisis so far to the UK economy is estimated to have been £1 trillion. And the cost to poor countries, the fact that they've had to make policies against the impact of the global financial crisis, has been about 50 billion on their economies. And the bank tax, so what the Tories and what Labour are proposing, that just amounts to between 3 and 5 billion in revenue for the UK economy. It's just not enough. We've got lots of good things on the table, but we need all of that to feed into a Robin Hood tax. So what we want to see on Wednesday from the Chancellor, from all of the other parties when they respond to the budget, is clear support for a Robin Hood tax. And the reason why, it's still the best option on the table. If we're going to get anywhere near tackling these problems and these gaps in the economy in the UK and in poor countries, we're going to have to raise a Robin Hood tax, and that's a tax on financial transactions. We estimate that we could get about £250 billion every year in a Robin Hood tax. So that's pure and simply the best option on the table. So lots of great movement here, lots of movement from Labour, from the Tories, and we know the Lib Dems are supportive too. And all of this is because of the action you guys have been taking. But we've got to go further and we've got to push the Robin Hood tax. It's the best option on the table. And so we'll be updating you from Sherwood Forest when we hear a little bit more after the budget on Wednesday. Thanks.